Good evening and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. I am Muhammad Shafi, librarian Kendra Vidyalaya number 1 Calicut and a proud member of School Library Association India. This is the 14th edition of SLA PLC and today's topic is research skills. At the outset, I would like to welcome Mrs. Madhu Bhargava, President of SLA India, and Sri S.L. Faisal, General Secretary of SLA India, and to this webinar. I welcome Dr. Manya R. Gopal, librarian Kendra Vidyalaya Pangur, and today's resource person. I also welcome all the participants to this wonderful webinar. Dr. Manya R. Gopal, presently working as librarian at Kendra Vidyalaya Pangur. She did her MLIC from University of Kerala and she was awarded PhD in Library and Information Science in 2019 from University of Kerala in the topic Scientometric Analysis of Bioinformatic Research Output in India. She also published a good number of research papers in peer-reviewed journals in the field of library and information science. Now, I request Dr. Manyar Gopal to take over this session. Over to you, ma'am. Manya, ma'am. Please unmute your mic, Manya, ma'am. Manya, ma'am, you can start.
Sir, am I audible to you?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your welcome. I'm really happy to be a part of SLA, and I thank you all for inviting me to be a part of this program. So, good evening to all, my dear friends. I'm here to give you a rough idea of the topic, the research skills. Since we are all dealing with students of classes 9 to 12, we feel that it is necessary for us to give a clear-cut idea of what and how to do an investigatory project as part of their studies. Most often, what I have felt is many times teachers will be giving projects to them and they will just go and browse the internet and just write something, whatever it is, from the Wikipedia as such. They will not read the content or just use your brains for that, but they will just copy it as such. It is here that we as librarians should help them. And I feel that this will have a far reaching impact in their higher studies too. In order to guide our students in a better way, we must know more related to literature search and some research report and their writings. So, shall I share the screen, sir?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it okay?
Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. So, first of all, what is an investigatory project? This is the thing we have to think it of. An investigatory project is something which starts with a problem. That is, we conduct research to find a problem will be there and we conduct research to find the solution to that problem. And the final result will be the outcome. That is, there will be a project, then there will be a problem, the research will be conducted, and an outcome will be there. Here, we will be dealing with the research part, that is, how to conduct the research and how to write a research report. So, what is research? As the name gives, it is research, that is, searching once more. For example, there is another thing. In salt analysis in chemistry, we have done salt analysis in chemistry. In that, we will be doing the analysis of cations and anions, isn't it? In anion analysis, first we will analyze whether the salt contains carbonate. After that, we will go for acetate test, then chloride, nitrate, and then sulfate. If one step is skipped, just think of it. If one step is skipped, the entire result will be affected. Like that, in research, while we are doing it, there should be a systematic approach. If one step is skipped in that analysis, the complete result will be in and out of order. So, while doing research, this systematic thing is needed. After doing this systematic investigation, we will get a result. And this result will be a new fact, or you will be able to solve an existing problem. For example, water scarcity in a particular area, like that. Then with this result, you can prove a new idea, or you can develop a new theory. So, you are given a topic, and the next step should be the search for information. What is this searching for literature or literature search? You have a very little knowledge about the topic. With that knowledge, you will not be able to do the further studies. So that we have to study or read more about the topic and get a crystal clear idea about the topic. Here it is the importance of literature search. While you search deeply, you will get a deeper understanding of the topic, or you will get a broad knowledge of the topic, or you will get a skill to find the relevant information. And moreover, there will be a critical approach to research. What is this critical approach? The critical approach is something that we do in a research. Critical approach does not mean something we are giving fault for something, but a critic can see both excellence as well as the faults. In order to critically approach the topic, we have to search the topic in an authentic way. I'll take an example of the topic hardness of water. For example, water from the well of a particular area does not lather to soap. This can be the problem. Then what will you search? At that time, we will be taking the content as what is hardness of water, what are the reasons of hardness of water, and how does this hardness of water affects a particular area, or how it is calculated, or how it can be solved. With these ideas in mind, we search for literature. So the next thing is, where do we search for the literature? As librarians, we all know that we may be having different sources. We search for information in different sources, print as well as electronic sources we will search for. We will search in the books, journals, government documents. These are the print resources. And also the digital libraries, institutional repositories, subject gateways, portals, conference papers, articles, thesis, dissertation, online as well as offline, whatever it is. These all things we will search for the information. And along with this background information, we will catch hold of some new things, some appropriate words for the related to that topic. And these are the keywords. That is, the keywords are the precise terms that defines the concept. They are the search terms that we used to enter in the search engines while searching. So this literature search will help us to get a clear idea of the topic, or you can find appropriate keywords. And moreover, the success of the result will depend upon this correct review of literature. So while searching this literature, there will be many challenges while we are searching, such as the growing quantity of publications and the quality of information. We may not be able to get the correct quality of information. And sometimes the availability of the information what we need will also be affected. And some technical as well as the economic or policy related matters also affect this. These are the challenges related to literature search. So moving to the skills in literature, we should be able to identify various kinds of publications, or we should know about the different search tools while searching. And we will be able to conduct efficient and effective searches and implement relevant search strategies. And we should be able to evaluate the quality of information. For that, we need some search tools. We use these search tools to get more important searches. These are some of the search tools that we as librarians recently uses. Catalog, web search engines, then subject headings, Boolean operators, wildcard or truncation, nesting, limits. These are some of the search tools we will be using. The terms, I think, no need for librarians to be given in details. So next, going to the research design. What is a research design? This research design is the structure in which the research is conducted. A good research design should have a clear-cut structure, and this structure is known as research design. It is the backbone of the research, or the central support structure, and it connects different parts of the body. Likewise, in the central support structure, and it connects the different parts of the body. So it gives you an idea of initially what to do and how to proceed and how to conclude. So these are the advantages of research design. It gives more accurate results, and it gives maximum efficiency and reliability, and also it minimizes the wastage of time and money and gives more confidence to the researcher. Then the components of research design. So this is a rough idea about how to do a project report. So first of all, we have to write the title of the study. That is the main topic of study. After that, it is the statement of problem. In this statement of problem, we can explain the topic in 2 or 3 simple sentences. We can explain the topic. Then, the third is the review of literature. You are supposed to read and collect data regarding the topics from different sources such as books and all, whatever from the library or through the internet, and we will get a basic knowledge of the topic. And in a crisp way, we can write the review of literature. Next is the scope of the study. Scope is the coverage of your topic. That is what to include or what not to include. And this scope explains the reason why a certain kind of data has been excluded from research. For example, while we are doing a research on online banking, will not be possible to cover all banks which do online banking or all individuals who are using online banking facilities. At that time, we will limit our studies. We cannot take the full content of the data. So we will take some samples. We'll specify our study and will cover at least just 5 banks in our area and examine their use of online usage. And after that, we will do the further research. A sample will be taken from that. So defining the scope will help us to limit the study. Then next is the objectives of the study. It is framing of what you want to achieve or finding out. That is, while writing the objectives, we will frame what we want to achieve or find out at the end of the study. Then there will be the formulation of hypothesis. Hypothesis is a tentative result. That is, you are predicting what the outcome will be. And this outcome may not be true or not. We cannot predict that what we have taken is correct or not. After the final analysis of results, only we will be able to know what we have assumed is right or wrong. Next, we will deal with the methodology. Methodology is the way of doing a study based on the methods. That is, sometimes we will do the experiments and sometimes surveys and sometimes interview, case study, observation, etc. Then we go for sampling. We will collect the samples. That is, sometimes we will be randomly pick from them or from each ward or each taluk or like that. After that, we collect the data. And then analysis of data using statistic techniques like tallying or other statistical methods. We will analyze the data, and after that, we will interpret the result. That is, finding of inferences from the collected and analyzed data. And at that time, we will be able to know whether our hypothesis is proved or not. And after that, we go for reporting our findings. This is the procedure of writing a research report. In this, I have taken an example for this, and this is only for showing our students. This is not a full way, but I have taken this as an example to give it to my students only. That is, first of all, it is I have taken the topic as adulteration of food. Then I'll give the title of the study as adulteration of food. Then the statement of problem. Adulteration of food is the act of intentionally decreasing the quality of food by mixing or substituting inferior substances which result the loss of actual quality of food. The problem is given. And after that, the review of literature. I have searched for the topic adulteration of food in different sources. And after that, I found some articles related to it, and I have given this as the review. These two persons have said these many things as the topic adulteration of food. And then the scope of the study. The present study is confined to the shops of a particular ward of a particular taluk in the particular district of Kerala. That is, I have limited the study within the ward, a particular ward in a particular taluk in the particular district. Then I'll write the objectives of the study as to find what is food adulteration and to find what are the different types of adulteration of food, and to get the overview of the health hazards due to adulteration of food, and also what are the methods of adulteration and the ways to control adulteration of food. And while formulating the hypothesis, I'm writing two hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, the food items sold in the shops are adulterated. That is, I think that the food sold in that shop is adulterated. And sometimes it may not be adulterated. That is hypothesis 2. The food items sold in the shop are not adulterated. Then, the methodology of this study is, the physical examination, physical as well as the chemical examination of 3 food items. I have taken 3 food items: turmeric powder, chili powder, and pepper. And the sample design. The sample of the study was collected randomly from the 20 shops of a particular ward. and I'll do the analysis. As the methodology told, it is the physical as well as the chemical analysis of these food items. So how I'll be doing the analysis is, in turmeric powder, lead chromate is added as adulterant. So when potassium iodide is added in a spoon of turmeric powder, and if it is adulterated with lead chromate, yellow precipitate will occur. Otherwise, no. This is the chemical analysis. In pepper, papaya seeds are added as adulterant. When water is added to pepper, papaya seeds will come out. A physical analysis. And in chili powder, brick powder is added as adulterant, and if water is added, brick powder will be sedimented. And in the end, as findings after the analysis, the following results were found. I'll write about the results of doing it and write briefly about the results I have got. And the conclusion is the summing up of the study. Then the next important thing in research, the next important thing in research is the referencing style. How we will give the references. A referencing style is a specific format for presenting the in-text references. Or in-text references, we include both footnotes as well as the endnotes and also the bibliography. That is why this referencing style is the specific format for presenting the in-text references. If we add anything taken from another person or owned by another person, we have to add courtesy to that person. So in a project work also, we may be adding some points or concepts by some others. In this case, we have to acknowledge the original person. And these references, we can give inside the text as in-text references or placed next to the text that you have quoted. For example, these are the examples of in-text referencing. I have given it in the red arrow mark. Yes, this is the in-text referencing. Inside the text, I have written the text, and inside that, I have added the content from another person. Here, the topic is bioinformatics education, and the references I have taken from Koch and Fullan in the year 2008. And this is the format of in-text referencing. And this in-text referencing, we can give in the format of alphabetical order in the last page of the chapter, in the alphabetical order. Whatever is given in the in-text references, we can add in the final one. And in some project reports, we can see the footnotes. It is the extra piece of information that is added at the bottom of the text. And these footnotes are found at the bottom of a page, that is at the footer. And sometimes it will be located at the end of the complete document. And this is the end note. And next is the bibliography. Finally, we give the bibliography. Bibliography is the alphabetical order of the list of references we have included in the text. Then there is a, what's the difference between the references and bibliography? This we have to give a clear-cut idea to the students. And this references is the list of sources we have cited in the text, and it is arranged in the order they appear within the text. It is usually put at the end of the work, but it can also appear as footnote and endnote. But bibliography is the separate list of sources we have consulted. And not only the specifically cited ones in the work, but also we add more things as in the background information what we have read, and all things will be included. It will be arranged alphabetically by the author's surname. And while we are doing the references, we take different types of references. These are the types of references we are taking: the journal reference, book reference, newspaper reference, conference papers, annual report, government publications, electronic sources and websites, database, everything, and thesis. And the reference elements we are adding are the author, title of the document, journal name or book name, date, place of publication, edition, periodicity, and the page numbers. And there are some major referencing styles we have to use. That is, these three are the major referencing styles: Modern Language Association, MLA, and APA, and Chicago Manual of Styles. These are the three major referencing styles we are using. And these have the referencing elements will be the same, but in each of them, it is written in different ways. For example, in APA style, the citation we are giving for journal is author dot, in year we are giving in brackets, then the article title, journal name, journal issue, and pages. I have given the examples also, and like that also books. Author surname, then initials in the year, title, edition, place, semicolon, and then publisher. This is the format for APA style. And for MLA, for the book, we'll be using the last name of the author, then first name of the author, title of the book in italics, then full stop, comma, publisher, comma, publication date. This is the style. And the journal article also, there will be a particular style. And we can give children any one of the format for writing the references. Okay, thank you. This only I want to give it to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Manya, for explaining difficult terms and concepts in simple language. Okay, so I think it will be very helpful for our participants. And now the time of questions and answers. So participants, you can ask your questions to our resource person, Dr. Manya.
Manya, it was a really wonderful presentation. And I'm so happy to see that so many people have gathered together here to understand the basics of research. You have illustrated it so beautifully and so simply. But definitely it will take some time for the librarians to understand this and then transmit it to the students. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it will take yet some time, and I would say that more of such sessions should be conducted so that, research skills become, part of librarians' job. They are most fit people, but first of all, they have to get trained onto this. This sounds very simple, the way you have illustrated it, but when it comes to practice and training, you yourself have to be, perfect in this. Only then you can transmit it to the students. Yes. Isn't it? It's a full process. And I would like to share that in the last year onwards, I had developed a full-fledged curriculum to teach research skills for grades 6 to 12. It was taught by a team of 12 people in our school. Because in IB schools, research is the most important skill. And it is one of the most important skills. And it was taught exclusively in a separate lesson, which it was called ATL research. It was taught exclusively, explicitly to grades 6 to 12, and it continued till October this year. Now we have taken up another skill, say thinking skills. Now we are delivering thinking skills explicitly, that how to think creatively and how to think critically, these kind of skills. And I play major role, lead person in this aspect. And I am so happy to see many people have come up. And we should have more of such lessons. There should be a curriculum, maybe simplified,
Yeah.
not that explicit that I made, because presently I don't think it is very much, desirable in CBSE schools, whereas it is an injustice to CBSE students. Am I right, Faisal? This
Yes,
is
yes,
truly
yes.
injustice that students get out of school without learning the research skills, and when they go to university, they are expected to have these skills already.
Yeah, definitely.
It is expected of them. They are no different from IB students. All of them are going to universities. And why these children should, be deprived of these skills? They should be taught explicitly.
Yeah.
So special effort has to go from our side, our community side.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Even
sharing one link with you people, all those who are here. If you want to learn with the help of videos, it's a wonderful course on Gestor. It is free. You can simply go to this, and there are like videos, and then after the video, there is a quiz. You can, with the help of this, you can teach your students these skills, and you can learn it by yourself as well.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. All the search strategies that she has mentioned, search engines, Boolean operators, every truncators, everything is, taught in that. You should keep this link with you as your guide.
Yeah. Yes.
And of course, this presentation is really wonderful, and right, stepwise, the way she has explained is marvelous. Hats off to you, really wonderful. Thank you.
it is created for my students only. That is, I didn't make it for professionals.
No, our
Actually,
purpose is also the
we
same.
don't have professionals, Manya. We need to create professionals. So, first of all, there has to be interest from the librarians that yes, they want to learn. I'm very happy to see it's a very good number. Even if we start with these many people who want to be into this, we can really spread the message.
Yeah, definitely.
We want people who are interested in learning this and then delivering it to students. Faisal, can we do something about it?
Yeah,
I am also ready to take any workshops
Yeah,
for the
sure.
people.
Because as you said, na, in IB schools, I
Ma'am, you
think,
can always,
yeah,
you are always welcome.
yeah, one minute.
That's not.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. You can do that, ma'am. We can have more sessions on this.
No, it's no point having sessions.
No,
First of
learning-
all, it should be very clear that how, okay, we are ready to teach, but how this will be implemented in schools.
yeah, definitely. I think,
That's the main thing.
yeah, exactly. Just like as ma'am said, na.
One is learning for self-learning sake. One is for delivering. How will you deliver, in what way, in what time? That's the main thing.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, it was a wonderful session. Okay, by Manya. Thank you for that. So just like ma'am said, in IB schools, it's already there, and they're planning a lot of things regarding in these research skills. But in the case of the other CBSE schools, when we think about CBSE schools around the country, the component is already missing. So we have to take up this issue. And just like in National Education Policy, it is said that we should teach them digital literacy skills and information literacy skills. So we can include these skills along, just like it's a part of, as you know, that's a part of information literacy skills already. So we can include these research skills as a main component. Just like Ms. Manya said that during this class 11 and 12 students, 12 teaching and learning, it is very much important and necessary also. Nowadays, what in our schools also, students are just copying things from here and there, and they are preparing assignments and projects without knowing how to do all these things. So if we could teach these students, including teachers, not only students, teachers are not so much aware about how to do all these things.
Yeah.
So there must be components for teaching faculty plus students, and librarians could have a major role to implement all these things in the schools. So anyway, we have to push it up. And
I have one more thing to share.
Yes, yes.
I can suggest over here to this group that when you all, if you have all dedicated library periods, so called, in your schools,
Yes.
how many of you have dedicated library period? If you have, you are very fortunate. Then you can divide like two it to begin with, reading skills and research skills, like two. Now, teaching reading skills and teaching research skills, these could be two parts of your job.
Yes.
And you can prepare a full-fledged curriculum. And that curriculum will have objectives, learning outcomes, and assessment, all the things. So, in the end of the year, you will know that to what extent your students could, achieve the reading skills, and to what extent the research skills. And your job becomes, or you become, the most important part of school academic life. You truly become leaders. You want any like support, you want a session, I am really very, very willing. But I have been observing that because at the moment you are doing lots of things, but as a matter of fact, in fact, you don't know what students are learning. Do you know? You have any idea? I can share data with you captured in the class. I would know a student is to what extent is a reader. What has he done so far? The student doesn't know about it. We are capturing data. We are picking up every month, genres, and like any reading class would happen. And I would teach them skills. And then when they're doing it, we are capturing data, and we exactly know to what extent the student is. Next week, I have reading assessments, reading skills assessments. And I am preparing, and that was based on critical thinking, close reading. So what we have done earlier, I have a data. Now after 3 months, again, we are going to assess them. We will know whether there was some improvement or no improvement. That's how, scientifically you can go. But what happens is we are going superficially. It's superficial teaching, learning, what we are doing. We're very happy what we are doing, but we actually don't know what students are learning.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the
I
right
don't
thing.
want to confuse you, but that's what is the fact.
Exactly. You said it rightly. Just like we are doing a lot of things
Huh.
superficially. In periphery only we are doing all these things, and we are not assessing up to what extent they have learned or what they are learning. So just like
Yeah,
there
like
must be some evaluation and assessment in between to understand their extent of learning. Then only we can support them. So you said it rightly. So no, normally the librarians, more than 90-95%, or we can say that 98% of the librarians are doing the superficial learning or teaching support, not in-depth teaching support. Just like we are not going into deep. So anyway, I think this the curriculum that we have created for IB schools, that will be a standard one, and we can also take things from that one to create
Faisal,
our
we
own.
are very happy to share, but the thing is, sharing is no good because this will be taken as, food on the plate. Okay, you can't consume it that way
Yeah.
unless and otherwise you are trained.
No, we can take it as an example, just like we don't have any other example in India, just like we can have some examples from other countries. But anyway,
Yeah.
on Indian environment, how it will be and what are the expectations, the other
Any
things.
environment it will go, Faisal, only time has to be there.
Yeah,
And I can see you have time on your timetable,
yes,
isn't
yes,
it?
timetable,
Yes.
yes.
If you have time on timetable, you don't have to ask anybody anything. Nobody's permission you require.
Yeah, that's it. So normally, actually in KVs, we have tried to include information literacy curriculum to in 2014 when we planned that library policy. So at that time, a lot of confusion was there, and many people, as you know, that the organizers, that admin people, those who were not so much aware about what is this one and the component, the importance of these things, etc. But nowadays, they are getting a little bit familiar with all these terms because through this online teaching and learning. Now they are so much familiar with digital literacy, information literacy, and many other terms. So
You
now
know,
I
what's my
think,
suggestion, Faisal? Sorry for interruption. What's my Faisal?
Yeah.
Select a team of ambassadors, reading skills ambassadors, those who want to learn that how to teach reading skills. Second, one core group of people who want to learn and then they will transmit further.
Yeah.
Who want to learn and practice research skills, how to teach research skills to students. First of all, they have to learn, and then they have to practice as per the curriculum. Not that I will take up something from any other curriculum. What is relevant to their school curriculum?
Yes, yes.
Those kind of collaborations, those kind of skills, that they can actually practically transmit.
Yeah.
That's so. If people, you can ask for nominations. That people, those who are interested, we will make one core learners. Those kind of. So I am very happy to you and me. Both of us can take this. Manya is there. Together, we can do this job, and then actually prepare.
Yeah, I think that we can have it just like a small subcommittee for this one, because it's
Yeah.
very much important.
It's
A
really
small
important.
team to develop a curriculum for Indian schools, just like it may be CBSE schools or ICSE, whatever. Okay, based on these Indian environments and our own convenience, how it can be. So we can put a
Faisal, what I have prepared is a framework.
Yeah, yeah.
Any curriculum can fit in.
Yes, yes.
It is
that's
not IB curriculum specific.
Yeah.
Any
Exactly.
curriculum will fit in that.
Yeah, there must be a template, just like any curriculum
Yeah.
can be fit in.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Madam, one suggestion: if in the place of webinar and all, sometime we can conduct small courses, short-term courses.
I think that's a better
Yeah, that will
suggestion.
be better.
Yes.
I think that's a better
For
suggestion.
our team members.
Yeah.
Means our
And
members.
we must know what happened to that learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has taken us years to develop that.
Yes, like
And after developing,
hands-on
you simply
workshop, yeah.
distribute the template and people do whatever with it. No, I'm sorry. I'm not in favor of that.
So just like
So-
a workshop where we can give templates to the participants and they will create their own things and we can interact, So there must be some just like teaching learning sessions for librarians also, how we should learn all these things.
You please, I invite other people to speak here,
Yes,
those who are
please,
here.
Please.
Yeah.
Miss Madhu, I have one suggestion. Yeah, what I was thinking is, like you told that you have created a framework, right? So maybe one thing, like instead of putting everything at once, because the taking part also will require a lot of understanding, and also implementation is required, right? As you suggested, only receiving part will not work. So
Yeah.
maybe one of, for example, first module you are taking up, and you are explaining to all of us. Okay, you are taking a session on one module, for example, and after that you can come up with something where we have to give the evidence that we have used it in our classes. Like, so for example, I'm taking for example, if you're doing something with research module 1, I will take up in my class. I will take up the evidences like the way we used to create for our schools. So something like coming up with my reflection, that this is what I did with my class and what happened. So does it really work with my class, and what are the challenges I faced? So maybe slowly we can go ahead, but then the implementation work is very important, I feel. So
That's what I am saying,
Ms. Madhu told, everything is available in internet, as well as you are ready to give us everything, not a problem. But how to implement and whether it is working or not is something a big question mark, I feel.
Yeah.
So I am very much interested to learn how to create a framework for my school. That I really want to learn from you. But again, as you suggested, module by module, if it comes, I would also want to implement in my class and come back to you and tell you that, see, this is what I did. And
Very good suggestion. Yeah,
take the suggestions from you, that okay, this is what worked, this is what it is not working for me, like something like that.
Very good.
I have come up with this after successful implementation. 100% successful implementation for the whole school. That was really, really something, that I am really proud of.
Yeah.
It was a Herculean task to deal with, 12 people, 12 senior teachers who were delivering that content. I created the whole content of the chapter by chapter, skill by skill, minutest things, I developed. and it was last year until October we completed, second. Then we had a specialist for ATL with us from another IB school, and then now we wanted to delve onto other ATL. ATL is approaches to learning skills. There's a skill set that our IB students, they are supposed to be achieving. It is expected of them. So these self-management, organization skills, communication skills, there are lots of, there's a, or, it's a combination of skills that they must achieve. So we got the feedback, we got the reflections, and what we came to know from the students that ATL research was their favorite class. See, the junior most students, they gave their, reflections. They did, student-led conference based on this ATL research. That was, I mean, worth seeing. I was really, you feel your worth.
Yes.
Yes, you have done.
All your efforts have been given.
Yeah, given.
We would
I
really love to
remember it was last year. I did share in the IB librarians groups as well, but I found people opposing that shouldn't be explicit lessons. But it was very successful. Now
Did you
we are
share?
doing-
Sorry, I have no idea. I joined little late. It's
in fact,
wonderful, but
I
I want to
shared the
learn.
full curriculum with the group.
Oh, okay, I was little late to join, but I would want to really, learn this, how to create a curriculum, especially with ATL skills, because I'm very new to that. So I guess that would be great. So I am interested. Yes, I'm in.
Yeah. And that curriculum has all the resources embedded.
Ah.
So you can just click on it and you reach that. You simply have to deliver it. You just go there, just look at it, and there's a presentation, there's a full course, and you just click on it and you deliver it to the students. I mean, it was really, I felt very good doing that. And I want that this should become popular here in our schools over here. Do you know, I did not go deep into IB just because I'm involved here. And it is really needed here. If we still keep doing superficial things, just doing all this, I don't think we're going to reach anywhere unless you have a structured approach towards things. Unless you have a structured approach. Otherwise, you very soon, as the new crops come in, artificial intelligence and coding, these things, come into, you will become redundant.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And you people all are so young. So it's important you establish yourself as a specialist. For that, everyone has to walk an extra mile. It won't happen just like that. It will involve really nights work. You may think I am getting my money in my bank, why am I doing so? Nobody's asking me. Nobody told me to do that, honestly, in my school. I developed it and I shared it. My principal jumped. What is this? She devised ATL lesson time for the whole school. Experienced people will understand its importance. If your principal is good and she's experienced enough, and if you show something, if you don't have it just speaking in the air, that won't help.
Yeah.
I think
Hello,
Reena-
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Deepa.
Ma'am, it's really nice, the way you are speaking about ATL. Can you take one session on that? Like, we would love to learn more on this, how you are taking in your school, some examples, so that, listening to you and seeing the evidences, it makes a difference. And
Show me.
of
We
course-
have all Zoom lessons recorded.
Yeah.
Throughout,
Totally agree, ma'am.
So we will, Darsana is in charge of, devising this.
Okay,
We will have a
ma'am.
meeting and see how, in a very structured manner, we can conduct it.
Yeah.
I
Yes, ma'am.
actually don't want to deliver it just like that and it is forgotten. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really want it to, let it
Yeah.
go in veins from the root.
Yeah. Yes,
Then
ma'am.
it will be successful, otherwise it's pointless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Manya, ma'am, to take up this beautiful topic, important topic, in fact. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Mona,
ma'am.
thank you for igniting it.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Participants, please fill up the feedback form also in between if you get time. Okay.
So actually,
Please
it is
continue, sir.
related that we must have some structured programs or some structured modules on this, how to develop this template, and based on our own means local resources and convenience, okay, and our own curriculum system, etc. So I think this
Yeah,
will
Faisal, we will want only the people initially who are actually
yeah,
interested.
definitely.
Yeah.
Those who are so much interested in this topic, we can have a team, okay, and we can because it will actually, for example, if we are only having 10 people in this team, okay, but those who are very much in it and they want to develop a curriculum for their own school systems, that will be a wonderful thing. So in future, it will naturally it will go to other people, and we will have a national level curriculum for that also.
Yeah, exactly, Faisal. That's what is the aim. And I think let's have one separate meeting for this.
Yeah.
That's now you can call for a meeting. Let me know on any of the Saturdays, Sundays. You can call in case you want next Saturday. I will on next day. I will have at least 2 hours on me, 10 to 12, in case you want to hold a this
Morning
case
10 to
specific
12.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a look.
Okay, there's a question in the,
Yeah.
in the comment box by Reena madam. Reena ma'am, are you here? Reena ma'am? She put a question there.
She's here. She's here.
Yeah,
Reena ma'am, please ask that question.
Miss Reena, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm there. Somehow
Yes.
I could not able to unmute myself. So good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
To Madhu ma'am, I just wanted to say that what about a person who is willing to learn and get ready for the future, but at present have not opportunity to utilize in class or so that how that person will produce the evidence? I mean, does it mean that person cannot be the part of this module or the group?
No. I see. We are not here to, have these kind of limitations. You want to learn it, and in any case, even if you have one lesson time for every class, or you have the gates open.
So, for example, I also a part of IB school, but at present I'm looking after pre-K to grade 2. So
Okay.
that is the place where due to this pandemic situation, the screen time, and there are so many things which has been taken into consideration, and then we have less opportunity to interact with students at this pandemic time. So, and in that time, how since I have already cleared my net exam and my future aim is different, so that's the reason that I would like to learn whatever you said, that developing a curriculum so that in future I can grab some better opportunity for my professional growth. So for that purpose, I would really love to be in the team and learn.
Which school you are in, Rina?
Best
Which
practice.
school you are presently?
I'm at Dhirubhai Ambani International School.
You are in Mumbai at the moment.
Yes.
That's a very good school. So you're working
Correct.
as PYP librarian.
Yes, so as of now, we have not divided our this. We are into process of addressing at PYP, MYP because currently we are as a you can say for whole school. The librarians of whole school, but we are in the process of being that. So, but my
Because
future aim
PYP
is
is
to
much more structured, Reena, as far as and research skills right from the beginning, it's
correct.
really very, very important, once there's like the school I joined, though it's 10 years school, 10 years old school, but it wasn't nothing was structured over there. So they're very happy I started from 6 to 12. And of course, the PYP school has got its own entity, and you've got all the more scope. We can talk about it separately, that how to find time for yourself. It's actually, it depends, varies from school to school, that how they are. So if you generate something, create something, definitely you will find people would like to give you more time if you talk to your coordinator or your principal, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the I'll give you time, Kian. Please wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, the thing is that for my future goal, I would like to be the part of MYP or IB structured, and where these research skills will be very crucial.
Yeah. Though you are in a very
Do
good
take
school,
these
Reena, at the
skills
moment,
from 9 to
there is
12.
one vacancy of the principal is my friend, and she's
Correct.
particularly requested me that they're looking for a very good PYP librarian. It's the school is only PYP presently, so I have posted the vacancy in the librarians group.
Which,
What I
acha,
can
JBCN.
I did
Okay,
post
you're
it in the
talking about
escalated post.
JBCN.
Yeah,
Ma'am, you're talking about JBCN?
yeah, JBCA.
Okay, yeah, I saw that this thing.
Yeah, if you want to apply, do let me know. I know somebody over there.
No,
They have
ma'am,
asked me to do it.
I'm not looking my future as a PYP librarian. I would like to be more into with my IB or a little lesser than MYP, because my aim was to be a professor. But somehow the government restrictions, uh, uh, school librarian cannot apply for professor, and this, and there are so many things. So somewhere I
I
have
don't think
narrowed down my
so.
dream.
Well, anyway, this is a different topic
Correct,
right
correct.
now, but thank you for your question. And you can, there's no limit. You can always apply if you're really interested. We will be asking for nominations, those who want to be part of this group.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
sir. I would like to be, ma'am, but only the problem was that how do, if we are not implementing it, then how do we produce the evidence?
Yeah, we'll discuss about it. It's because this is something unique to
Correct.
you. Yeah.
Correct, correct, correct.
Thank you,
Thank you
Reena
so
ma'am and
much.
Madhu ma'am. Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
is there anyone to ask any questions related to the topic, please?
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes, yeah, I think the team can take up this particular point, and we can have a team just like ma'am suggested, and all others are accepting. So we can have a team for this particular purpose to prepare a template for Indian schools.
Faisal, we can have a course.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
we can have a course.
We can have a
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, by that we can develop gradually. It will take time anyway. It will take time. So gradually we can develop a module, complete module for these Indian schools, where any curriculum can be fit in, just like CBSE, ICSE, or IB, including IB.
Yeah.
Darshana, you want to say something?
Your mic is mute, Darshana. Please unmute.
For the time being, nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Thanks a lot, Manya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nene, thank you very much. Yeah.
Shall we wind up, sir, then?
Many you did well. Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Indeed.
good.
Yeah, it was a highly informative
ma'am,
and
and thank
wonderful
you,
session.
Thank you, Madhu ma'am, Shafi sir, Rajat sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Okay. So mic is on. I think Faisal sir. So I extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Manya Gopal for this enlightening session. Actually, it ignited a lot of discussions, and yeah, result also that we are waiting. Thank you so much for really accepting our invitation and to become the resource person of this wonderful webinar. Thank you so much, Manya ma'am. And I extend my sincere gratitude to Madhu ma'am and Faisal sir for supporting us and making this session a wonderful one. And I extend my sincere gratitude to all the participants for attending this webinar and the backbone of this team, PLC and the SLA events team. Thank you so much. And this is the year of 200th birthday anniversary of Father Dostoevsky. So I'd like to conclude this session by quoting his words. By Dostoevsky, I can see the sun, but even if I cannot see the sun, I know that it exists. And to know that the sun is there, that is living. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful, Shafi sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.